Good day, Janelle Capra, President and CEO of the Greater Bakersfield Chamber. This is the Chamber Perk. Today I'm joined with Ken Keller, President and CEO, Bakersfield Memorial Hospital. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, so we go back, I mean, not to make us sound old, but a couple decades maybe of working in community and doing some significant things.
When you say it that way, it sounds like we've known each other for quite a long time.
Yeah, I think
and we have.
A little while. You know, with Memorial Hospital, with Children's Services, with the growth that has happened. What in your work do you love to do?
Well, the thing that really drives me on a daily basis is I get to see miracles happen at Memorial every day. If you think about it, we're not a place that most people want to come.
Yeah.
So when somebody comes to us, they're broken, so to speak, in one form or another. And as a result of the care that's provided by our physicians, by our caregivers, by the rest of our team, those people end up going home fixed.
Yeah.
And that miracle, that process, the difference in the way a person looks or a family member looks when they come into the hospital versus when they leave is one of the things that drives me.
Yeah. You know, I had worked in fundraising, as you know, with Children's Miracle Network, and I would joke that I was also a patient of the hospital, having all 3 of my babies there, and even maybe a surgery here or there. You're right, there's times when within those walls, there's a lot happening, you know, and with that, what has been maybe the greatest lesson you've learned in this role and in life?
Really, it ends up being 2 things. First is, as you get aged just a little bit more, you learn perspective.
Yeah.
And you learn that you can't do everything yourself. You need to work on coaching, on leadership, on mentoring others, and then also supporting those others, because it takes the care team, the people that are on the front lines doing and delivering the actual patient care, and executing upon our brand of Hello Human Kindness. So that's one. And then the second is to really learn to celebrate when you have a chance to celebrate. And it's something that should be done often and routinely. It doesn't need to be necessarily structured in a lot of cases, and it can be as minimal as seeing a patient leave in a good mood to a major announcement of a new service line or a new activity or something along those lines. So those are really 2 things that I've learned over the last decade or so.
Yeah, and with that, Ken, you serve on many boards, one being Greater Bakersfield Chamber, past chair, still on our executive board, but with all of your involvement in nonprofit and just, you know, in community in general, what do you want your legacy to be?
Hopefully the thing I'm remembered for is being there to support our community at large. And that means the hospital. That means Bakersfield as a community. It's really making sure that we continue to understand that we are unique, that we continue to reminisce about the opportunities that we have. And like I've said at the Chamber several times, whether it's Boston, Dallas, Chicago, what have you, all of those places are almost sexy as Bakersfield, but they still have a little ways to go.
Yeah, and I think we know in our community that it's really those who show up for each other. You know, we have been through a global pandemic, and in many ways we shifted and changed the way we looked at things, learned from that. But the one thing I would continue to say, not only for my own children and family, but team around me, is we can't control COVID. We can't control some of the, you know, unfortunate hardships that we hit, but we can control how we show up for each other.
And how we respond to those diversities, how we respond to those opportunities. And within Bakersfield, everybody continues to lift each other. And that's what makes this community unique and makes it great.
Very well said. That's a way of spreading human kindness.
Absolutely.
So we want to, with these segments, be able to teach something and continue these conversations. I hear you get requested a lot about jambalaya. What do you want to say about that? And we'll share it in social and digital media as well.
Well, one of the things I enjoy doing growing up in the South Louisiana area is eating Cajun food. Growing up as a kid, we learned to cook. And so I've been able to continue to do that. I enjoy it a lot. And it brings together 2 passions. One is family and the other is cooking. And as we say, live the joie de vivre, which is the joy of life. And I'm pleased to be able to do it, and I'm very pleased to be able to send a recipe for others to be able to try to take advantage of it as well.
All right, so that's been Chamber Perk, powered today by Dignity Health, Mercy and Memorial Hospitals. Thanks, Ken.
Thank you.